You've seen him for years as Hollywood's bad guy on TV and in movies. Now, listen to him right here. Here's your host, the multi-talented Jasper Cole.
Hello, planet Eartha. Welcome. March 3rd, 2013 to On the Set with Jasper Cole. Now, I need to start off by saying I know all of you out there are wondering, how is the way too gay sidekick of Jasper getting to talk for this long? And you know the only way that this would ever happen is if Jasper were not here. And guess what, planet Eartha? That's what happened. Jasper is not here today, you guys. And the reason why is Jasper just booked a fierce Boston Pizza commercial, which is shooting in Mexico City. And he had to fly out this morning, you guys. He thought it was originally going to be fly out on Monday and he would have been here. They changed the schedule. So he is decked out in his cowboy gear in Mexico City. He should have landed.
A Mexican cowboy.
He is playing a Mexican cowboy. Go figure. I know. It's totally perfect for him. And that voice you just heard, Planet Eartha, was our very lovely, our very own entertainment dish with Dara.
It's a mouthful. It's a mouthful.
Hello, Dara.
Hi, Ralph. Good afternoon. You're looking smashing as always.
Dara, thank you very, very much. And I want to welcome you in your royal blue. You're just
very royal blue.
You're very regal.
Thank
you're
you.
very queen-like. We both are queen-like.
Well,
so that
yeah,
it's going to work out here. Listen, Planet Eartha, before we go any further, I want to introduce you to our very special co-host today, actress extraordinaire, producer, multi-hyphenate, the very lovely, the very fetching Sara Fletcher.
Oh, fetching.
Hello. Thank you. That was the most amazing welcome. Do you want to introduce me for everything?
Okay, well, Sara,
think you
know,
should
I
do
could.
your intro.
I mean,
on your website.
I would love to
Yeah.
follow you around. I'll do voiceovers for you and introduce you like
Fantastic.
that.
Like
Yes.
my voicemail message. Maybe you'll just intro
Totally.
me like that.
Totally. I will
again?
be there for you, Sara.
This is Sarah's voicemail.
Yes. Hello.
Please leave a message.
It's Sara E. Fletcher, correct?
It's actually Sara E.R. Fletcher.
Oh, work it out.
We need to know what the ER is.
Yes.
Well, it's not emergency room.
No, thank God.
But it is Elizabeth Rebrovic.
Okay.
Oh, very, very nice,
Yes.
Sarah. I
4
love it.
names.
I have,
So-
yes.
Is that
Okay.
your mother's maiden name?
It's not. It's actually my maiden name, and then my married name is Fletcher. I was like, I got to get a better name. So
Oh,
I found a
that
great guy
is-
with a great last name.
I
That
understand.
is totally excellent, but I can also call you Sara Fletcher.
Totally.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I love
right.
that. Okay. Okay, listen, you guys, Planet Earth, I want you to know the reason why Sara is here today, in addition to her talent, and she's lovely, and that's the kind of guest we have on our show.
The only kind.
The only kind, really.
Right.
The only kind
Right.
is because Sara and Jasper star opposite each other in Hansel and Gretel.
Woo.
And I would like Sara to... Okay, well, I had a Twitter question earlier,
Yes.
and this is so
Oh,
funny.
dear.
Listen, we all want to know,
Okay.
what was it like working opposite Jasper Cole?
He's amazing, first of all, I would just like to say, and I'm very sad that he's not here today.
Yes, I know you have to come back and do a make good.
Oh my goodness. I would love
Yes,
to.
come back next month because I'll be away and you can take my place.
Well, listen, Dara, she's
Because
actually...
she's younger and firmer and
well-
less wrinkles.
Well, no,
I don't
you're
know
still
about
pretty
firm.
firm, Dara.
Well, I think in personality.
And that Nerium you've been using is totally... I
Oh,
mean,
yes.
you are like wrinkle-free girl.
Right.
Okay, no, listen.
Right, okay.
No.
I do, yeah.
Okay, okay,
Oh,
okay.
oh,
There-
wow.
Okay, yeah,
wow.
you see how we
I'm
get...
going to the lady pond.
Thank
Above
you.
the waist. Sorry.
Thank you, Sara, for that. Okay, listen, Planet Earth. I have seen Hansel and Gretel starring the lovely and talented Dee Wallace, and there is, I mean, you know how these horror movies are, and there is lots of blood and gore
And there was a lot
suspense.
of physical
Yeah,
action.
there
Did
was-
you have to get physical too? I won't
oh,
watch
yeah.
horror movies. Sorry.
Oh, you know what? This is actually, I feel like, a slightly tamer.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not like, Saw 5 where everything is
Okay.
just blood and chopped up. I mean, there's still a lot of chopping. But
Right.
But, well,
not that much chopping.
Well, you know,
Right.
it wouldn't be a horror movie without the chopping. But the thing, there's a lot of suspense there. And I was telling Sara this. I just had the privilege of meeting her a few minutes ago. I know her through IMDb and through Hansel and Gretel, and she's also in a Pepsi commercial. By the way, we'll talk about
We
that.
are going to talk about that.
We will be
She's
talking
darling
about
in
that. But the thing about her in Hansel and Gretel. Well, I don't want to give away the storyline because you guys are going to be getting it on DVD and getting to watch it all over. But there is a very suspenseful scene where they have you as captive.
They do.
And I just found your performance in this one scene. I was captivated by what you were doing and what, as an actress, you might have been thinking while you're doing this for the hours of stop, action, cut, go back, check the gate if they still do that.
I'm not sure there's much gate checking per se.
But so what was that experience like for you?
Well, I mean, it was extremely physical. In fact, there was a lot of physical scenes that I did with Jasper and then the guy who plays his brother in the film as well. And I really like doing physical stuff, and I love getting to do stunts. So for me, when they were like, we're going to hang you and shackle you, I was like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. They're like, and can you take a punch? I was like, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Punch me.
I wanted to punch your abs.
Right.
Because they were so tight. And I was loving your little body on that. And yeah, and when I saw the movie too, Jasper is very physical in the movie, and he loves, I mean, you guys did all your own stunts.
Totally.
So that's very impressive too. It's a wonderful film. The cinematography is wonderful, and it's appropriately gruesome.
Yes.
And there were some very nice surprises. There were some things that I thought might have happened, but it went a different way, you know, so that was very alluring and enticing to see too. And Jasper had nothing but a great time about it. And we actually, Planet Earth, we do owe Sara another time, because remember at Blog Talk when our system went down and we were dead that
Which time?
Okay. Oh, Dara, how's she kids? It only happened once, Planet Earth. But no,
Yes.
but Sara was scheduled for that
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
So that's why we are so glad that she could be here today.
Thank you, guys.
For
Let's
all
introduce our other guest.
well, yes, I am going to segue into that now. You know, guys, we've done, you know, Jasper likes to do different themes and different genres on the show, and we're a hodgepodge. And we accidentally kind of have a suspense horror theme going on, because in addition to Sara Fletcher, we also have actor, director, Gregory Blair.
Woohoo!
Yes. Thank you.
There you go. There's our audience.
Gregory, welcome to On the Set with Jasper Cole. Sans Jasper today. I'm filling in for Jasper, Ralph Cole Jr.
They're brothers from another mother.
Brothers from another
Right.
mother. I'm the phenomenally way too gay sidekick for Jasper. And today I am getting to ride this bitch. Okay? Yeah.
And he doesn't mean Sarah or Dara.
Okay.
Wait, that only
He
leaves
doesn't play
me.
that way. That does leave you.
I love that. Are you scared now?
I'm
it's-
coming out.
Okay. Well, Gregory, it's horror, you know. So, you know, it could be your little horror. Okay.
Speaking of horror, we need to get to your colonoscopy
Oh,
later.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we need to talk
Right.
about Sarah's Pepsi commercial,
Right.
my colonoscopy.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, Gregory, let's focus back to you for a second. Do you
For
have
1 second only.
Okay,
and then we'll boomerang it
and
to
then
you.
we're gonna boomerang it
Okay.
right the fuck
Right
back to
on.
me. Okay, so
Because it's on the set
that
with. Okay.
on the set with Jasper Cole, featuring Ralph Cole Jr. At
Right.
this performance, the role of Jasper Cole will be played by Ralph Cole Jr.
That's right. You're the stand-in.
I am. I'm the
Right,
I'm the
understudy.
I am the
I got it right.
understudy.
Okay,
He's
all
the
right.
overmensch. I'm the undermensch. Okay, so Gregory Blair.
Yes.
Tell us, what is it like for you in this horror genre? Because you are very, very well respected and very popular in the genre.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
think, really? Gee, thank you. I suddenly feel a little bit like Sara Fletcher over here. I'm like, blah. But I don't look like her. So I guess I would say that it can't be much different from being in any genre on some level, because you just do what you do, and you hopefully like what you do. I always liked horror. Even when I was little, I used to watch things, even though at that age sometimes it would be like click, turn it off.
Oh,
Too,
yeah.
too scary.
Oh, totally.
You know, now I don't do that so often. Usually I know if I'm watching, I know just from the trailer, oh, that's my kind of movie. Oh, that's not my kind of movie. You know, so.
What's not your kind of movie?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I would say, you know how horror is such a big genre?
Yes.
And there's like psychological thrillers,
Right.
all this. I would say that torture porn is like what I stay
Torture
away
porn.
from. I don't, you
Dennis,
know.
stop listening.
Oh, and on that note, I'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Dennis Tyrone Artworks and Imagine That Productions. You're listening to On the Set with Jasper
And
Cole.
Newman Thomas Management.
And Newman Thomas Management
woohoo.
and Wayman Productions, by the way. So all of these people are contributing to the success. And our biggest thanks goes out to you, Planet Eartha, our listeners. As of now, we have recorded 95,000 Twitter followers, and we're very appreciative of that.
Yes,
that
thank you.
guys tune in to that. And we still have a loyal audience from Blog Talk Radio.
Yes, we
and
do.
I'm very proud of that people are archiving our shows and listening to them. This journey that Jasper started over a year and a half ago along with Dara and myself has been nothing but a great ride. And I myself, being a performer in the industry, have had the pleasure of meeting a lot of wonderful people that I am so glad that I now know and can call a friend and can watch them on television or in their particular genre and know that they have been a guest on our show. For example, our friend Bill Oberst Jr., which is a very good friend of Gregory Blair. They share the horror genre together, and now along with Jasper and Sara Fletcher, they're all in this big horror boat together. And it's great because horror is here and it's not going away.
People love
No.
it. What do they? They love what to just feel that you're being scared, the suspense of it all. Is that just? It's like a rush, isn't it? I would think.
I think it is a rush. I think that it's like it's the same thing as a roller coaster ride. You know, it makes your heart race and adrenaline pump, and so you kind of feel a little more alive. And you know, the idea is that it's a totally safe environment. You're watching this movie, you're gonna walk out alive. So, you know,
Right.
you can face your fears, whatever your fears are that are, you know, in your own head and metaphoric and whatnot, in a safe place. So-
Interesting.
Wow,
I-
that is a really nice way to look at it. Go on, Sarah.
Can I just give you a little shout out, Gregory, that
You
you
may.
were in Zombie Strippers?
Yes, I was.
Oh, Dennis,
Which-
listen.
I don't know if you guys have seen Zombie Strippers, but it's pretty epic. And I was kind of geeking out when I saw on IMDb you were on Zombie Strippers.
I
and
love
was like,
it.
"Ah."
Okay, I have a funny or interesting story about that because one of the films I saw when I was younger was Carrie, the Sissy Spacek version, which I love. I think it's classic. And after Zombie Strippers, where we're in the basement of the Linda Vista Hospital in the morning, it's freezing, and they're spraying two different kinds of freezing cold blood on us, and so we're dripping cold and wet and sticky, and I thought, I will never be able to watch Carrie again.
Oh, because now you know how it was done.
Yeah, I thought, you know, how many days was she walking around in that goop? And, you
Yes.
know,
How long did it take to get out of your hair?
I don't remember how long it took to get out of my hair. All I remember is not getting it off, being able to get it off enough, and having to drive home and being afraid some cop was going to pull me over and go, "Okay, buddy, get out of the car."
I know that sounds so. That reminds me of Jasper sometimes after he's left a set and he's forgotten that he's actually still like because sometimes
yeah, on
he'll-
Hazel and Gretel
we were
he'll,
talking about
that. It
he'll
was so
just
funny.
leave
Yes.
and get in his SUV and just drive home.
Right.
Like he won't even go to makeup removal. He'll be like, "Thanks, guys. Really had a great day. Out of here." Then he'll go to Trader Joe's or somewhere and scare the shit out of people and wonder why he's parting the sea.
Moses.
Moses.
Well, he is Reverend Cole.
Well, yeah, he is.
Yes.
He's our spiritual savior, Jasper Cole. And if it wasn't for Jasper, let's all just remember this now. We all wouldn't be sitting here right now. Jasper had this vision.
Yes, he
and
did.
now he's gone, and we're going to run with that vision. So work that out. Yeah, or maybe we'll get a call from Senor Cole later.
I hope so.
Once he settles in.
I think he's going to have a really good experience in Mexico
Oh,
City.
he's going to have a fabulous experience.
Yes.
The hotel, I think it's called Le Meridian.
Yes.
And
well, let's not for the stalkers. Let's just. I'm not sure if that's it.
Okay. No, Jasper wanted everybody to know when he was, so in case he gets fucked over, we'll all know
Oh,
where
okay.
to go.
Right. That's That's hilarious. Well, I love how he says, I'm going to Mexico City and I'll be shooting. I thought maybe you could have used a different word. On camera, filming,
maybe.
I know.
shooting in Mexico City.
I said, I know he was laughing. I called him last night, like after midnight, because I knew he would be up because he wasn't.
Did he not go to sleep at all?
No, he stayed up all night.
Oh, dear.
Because the car came to pick him up at 4:00. But
Wow.
he was like, yeah, I am going to be going through international customs, and I already look like a terrorist because he can't shave because he has his full beard on.
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
he is just looking scraggly McDaggly.
Oh yeah, total drug runner look.
Yeah, right.
That's
They're like, we
hilarious.
just search your bags, all of them.
Exactly. Well,
funny.
we're hoping that in Mexico City is 2 hours ahead of LA time, so I'm hoping Jasper will be able, once he gets settled in, can call in. I know his schedule was hectic once he got there because they were whisking him off to lunch, and then he was going to hair and makeup and wardrobe fitting. So hopefully he'll be able to get back to his room and give us a little shot. And oh God, that's the other thing I wanted to tell you guys, Planet Earth. The original premise of this show on the set with Jasper Cole was so when Jasper was on a set, he would be able to call into his show and I, the co-host, could help run the board like I'm doing today. And this is actually the first time in nearly 2 years.
It's been close before.
It's been very close, but this is the very first time where Jasper actually
Yes.
is physically not here.
Right.
I missed a show physically.
I feel
but
like we're cheating on him.
I do, and I
Yes.
like it. I feel dirty.
Oh, you like it?
I like it.
Okay.
Oh, and speaking of dirty,
You feel dirty.
I'm in a film, Dirty Talk. It's a wonder, and that's how the boomerang works, Sarah.
I love the
It's a
boomerang.
short film called Dirty Talk, written by Jeffrey Sumner, starring Jason Bogue. We have had wonderful success with this film. We won Best Comedy Short. We have been all around the country, and it is really deserving of a really big hand, and I'm very proud of that project, Dirty Talk. And Planet Earth, that is how you hurl a boomerang. Okay?
Duck.
You're hilarious.
Yeah, duck, because you don't want to get decapitated by that shit. Okay, Gregory, I want to go back to you for a second. I want to talk about Deadly Revisions and your role as the director in that, please.
Okay, sure. Well, actually, you had mentioned Bill Oberst Jr. He is my leading man in Deadly Revisions. And so, for those who don't know it, it's a film about a horror film writer who wakes up from a coma and has no idea how he got there. So, with the help of a hypnotherapist, he tries to recall his memories, get memories, but the visions that come to him just can't be real. And so he has to figure it out before too late. And so Bill was a perfect choice for it. And as a director, it was really a lot about just putting pieces together that I knew would work. Because it's kind of like, I don't know if anyone's used this metaphor, it seems kind of tired, but it's like a puzzle. And you put the pieces together. And if you get the right pieces, then it's very easy to sort of make the vision happen. And so once all the hard work was done, to me the hard work is what happens before you get on set. All of the shot list stuff and just figuring all that stuff that you do with your DP and whatnot, and all the pre-production. Once you get on set, then it's like, yay, I'm here, I get to play.
Oh, great.
And if you have great actors, which I did, you just sort of trust that they have done their work and they're going to come and do something, and you set it up for them so they know where to be, so that they're in the camera. And otherwise, you see what they do, and then you bring out little aspects or things that you want to see tweak, and it's like playing in a sandbox. It's it's fun.
It sounds fun. Now, as an actor, also wearing the director's hat, it must have been a great it must have been a tremendous help to the actors, because you've been on both sides now and you know how you like to be treated when you're an actor on the set, or what frustrates you about an organization, for example.
Oh, yeah. I think I feel lucky in that I do write and direct and act, because I think all three of them sort of teach me more about the other. Like when I write, I can't write a line that I can't say as an actor. So my dialogue is always, people say, wow, your dialogue's really good. I'm like, well, because I'm like thinking like an actor when I'm writing.
Right.
And so if I'm thinking like an actor when I'm directing, then that does sort of help, because I think. I don't know. You'd have to throw that question really to my actors, to throw them to Bill and see what they say. They might go, that guy don't know shit.
Oh, what? Go on.
Oh, I was going to say, which came first, actor, director, or writer, chicken or the egg?
Oh, yeah. Well, I would say actor first.
Okay.
Because I think I'm an actor by nature. And you can do that even as a really little kid. You have to learn how to write. And you obviously have to learn how to direct. So I would say acting first.
Did you act in school plays and things like that when you were younger?
I acted everywhere. In everything. I was one of those.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Did your parents love that?
My parents kind of loved it. My dad got me a camera when I was young, and I used to film stuff, make little movies, and
That's
the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
That's the way we all started. My father was like that with me too. What about your boys, Dara? Do they have any interest yet into the industry?
They're a little too shy, but William is really creative. So I don't know. I mean, Nicholas wants to be either a reporter or behind the scenes writer. And then William, as I said, he's really creative. He's just, they're at that age where you're going to get made fun of if you do certain things.
Right.
And unfortunately, that affects them, which is a drag. I keep trying to tell them, do whatever you want and don't worry about what people.
God.
It gets better. It gets better.
I know, but he's, he's an interesting, quirky kind of kid. So it's a little tough.
That's interesting because we don't want them to be exposed to bullyism because of what they want to try to do.
Well, yeah, and just for example, William is at the middle school now with Nicholas, and they both went to a smaller public middle school on purpose because the big one, I just decided a smaller one, and we actually watched that bullying, not the movie, but the CNN show about the movie. And then the next day, William goes to school and he gets picked on. Now, he gets picked on in a way that I think that sometimes boys just do stuff like that. But for him, he's very sensitive. So and he's very thin because of his Crohn's and all of that. So he, it's tricky. But I remember we were talking about his birthday's coming up. I said, why don't you just invite some of your older friends, not the new friends? Well, the new friends then won't like me, he says. And I says, well, they don't really have to know. You just do whatever. So it's hard though, because I was the same way.
Oh, Dara,
you worry about what people,
right.
Even at 47 at times. So it's like, what are you gonna?
Yeah, it's such a sticky wicket. And then
you just try and make that family nucleus so tight that they know it's safe and they know that they'll always be loved there, no matter what they do when they,
outside work.
Yeah.
And I can see how, because I'm sensitive also, and I can see how William, by having seen that CNN special just the night before and then to be picked on the next day, it was so volatile right there.
I mean, just something stupid, like he had a splinter and the teacher said, why don't you go take care of it in the bathroom? And he came back and this kid said, oh, what's the matter, William, you little pussy, you had a splinter. And it's like, 11 years old, really?
Wow.
You wonder what kind of parents these people have.
Where did he learn that?
Right. And then later in the day, they kind of were physical with him, and he's very slender and not a lot of meat on his bones, so it's
he'll be a good model then.
Exactly, if he'd only let me dress him.
Okay.
But it's it's just always something,
right.
You just
Have you guys seen the documentary Bully?
I haven't seen the movie Bully because I know I would cry through the whole thing, but I saw the documentary about the movie Bully that was on CNN the other night. I know it's heartbreaking, and I made my kids watch it because even though typically they don't get bullied and they're well liked and that sort of thing, I always tell them to look out for those kids that are sitting by themselves. And of course, they showed the one kid, that's by himself. And I said,
that's awesome of you.
They try and stick up for one kid was getting picked on, I think a year or two ago. And my son Nicholas said to this one kid, Max, was getting picked on, and then I don't know, Joe or whatever's picking on him, and Nick stepped in and goes, Joe, you think you're cooler than Max? Max is cooler than you. And I said, you don't think that goes a long way, but it does go a long way. And that kid Max is going to remember.
Yeah, words go so far.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask, when William came home that day from school, did he tell you what this boy had said to him?
He did, and he gets upset. He gets emotional. He gets upset. It's heartbreaking.
Oh my goodness!
But Nick tells him, Nick can shrug it off a little bit more. Nick is different that way, and Nick says, I don't think they were meaning to be mean. They just, the pussy comment obviously wasn't cool, but when they kind of did some, because he goes, why'd you do that? Like they hit him or did something, and he said, the kid goes, "'Cause it's funny." You know, some of these, they're meatheads, some of these kids.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
it's
we
just,
are in Orange County.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
A Jewish Democratic family in Orange County. So, you know.
I'm so proud of you, the way that you maneuver through all of this, because it is so hard. And, you know,
it is tough. It is tough. And, you know, he already feels different because he has the Crohn's, and then he feels different because he's Jewish and he doesn't have a lot of Jewish friends down there. So it is tough. You know, it is what it is.
But it sounds like you're really creating a wonderful environment for him and giving him information and education about, you know, how to help others, which I think can definitely help stop it.
Well, he is good with comebacks. I guess when this kid said something about you being, and I was always great with comebacks. I know it's a shocker. But I guess when this kid said, you know, you're a pussy because of the whatever splinter, he goes, "Oh, you're so cool. I can't wait to be you one day."
Oh, that
Nice.
is very well. You know, I want to segue into two things. One, our rising talent guest today, Shauna.
Right, I saw that.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Very interesting. Shauna Case. She is involved with several charities, including Cartoon Network's Stop Bullying, Speak Up (SBSU) campaign. So
Yes.
when Shauna
Yes.
joins us later in the program, we can talk to her about that. So that's a very worthy charity that she's working toward, because it is important, and because
It is important. And, you know, Nicholas just so happened when he went to this new middle school, I think because it's a K through 8, and him and his friend were new, and they're, you know, they're cute kids. They are. They became popular, just whatever. And I say, you know, that's great, but that is not everything. And there's plenty of kids that would want to be like that. And don't ever think you're hot shit because of it. And look out for, I mean, I am on them.
You dish it real,
I'm
which
like
is
the
fantastic.
Jewish Nazi about the bullying. It's like, you know, you always have to be aware. And William told me there's some kid that's new and he's getting picked on. He's sticking up for him. You know, I want them to have that, you know, you fight for the underdog.
Right.
That's a very Jewish thing, by the way. Fight
Right.
for the underdog.
right, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
also a very noble thing
A
too.
minority
And-
thing maybe too. I don't know.
Right. Well,
But-
it'll also give William more courage as well too. I mean, I have to say, in my upbringing, I was not bullied quite physically. It was more of a verbal kind of bullying, and
In high school?
It was in high school, yes, and let me see, junior high. I was at Emerson, a little bit at Emerson Junior High. Yeah, and junior high and high school, particularly high school, the bullying was more. Oh God, and even in college too, that started.
In college?
Yeah,
Wow,
I had.
really?
Yeah.
I
well,
I had bullying things in the sense of I sound like a white person. So I was ridiculed for that, or you talk like a girl, or you sound like a white boy, and my response, and like William, you know, a lot of times when you can't fight, your humor is what saves you, and so many comedians.
Well, and
Oh,
William
yeah.
says he cannot, to save his life, he could not punch somebody. It's just not who he is.
in him, right?
Just not who he is.
and I'm that same type of person.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
So I said, get Nicholas.
Right. Call your
While
brother.
he's there, call your brother, or I'm going to come down there
Oh,
and
but
shred.
oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
want Dara to come down.
No, you don't.
But I remember having to respond. I can so remember them saying to me, "You talk like a white boy. You talk like a white boy." And I would answer going, "Well, I'm sorry. The word door has an R at the end of it." And
Oh, ouch. Right.
yeah, and
Were
that-
these black kids? Or
yes,
what? Oh,
black
okay.
kids.
Okay.
So it was,
Right.
you know, so I went through my own.
You needed to get Bill Cosby on your side.
Right,
'Cause
exactly.
He's a big,
Oh my
big
goodness,
advocate
recently.
for, you know, let's bring ourselves up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Pull your pants up.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything.
So, you know, so for me, it's a different kind of bullying. Thank goodness it wasn't the physical kind, but that was always something about me. I mean, all through my life, I can remember just being on the telephone, especially back in the day. It's different now in show business, but when I would be talking to casting people or an agent, and I would actually have to say, "I'm a black person, by the way," because they would not know that.
Interesting.
And or there'd be times when I'd come into the office and they'd be, "Oh, you're black." Yeah, not all of us talk like this. Not everybody has to talk like
Exactly.
that. You know?
Yeah, you go,
Right.
I am? When did that
I
happen?
am. Oh
Right.
my God. Okay,
Right.
thank you. You know, and
Right.
and the thing about all this bullyism and what we're talking about now, when you can own it yourself and put it out into the world, you become so invincible that way, because then nobody can come back to you and say, say anything to you. Okay, I'm going to just segue. This is really wrong. Okay, but this is, but I
Loving you is wrong. I don't want to be right.
And well, it is on the set with Jasper Cole, and Jasper
Yes.
likes to say any and everything. Okay,
Oh, yes, he does.
In the early 2000s, I was visiting. I went to my friend's Sweet 16 birthday party in Staten Island. Yes, I went to Staten Island. I've been to Staten Island 3 times. I've had a horrible experience every time, so I fucking hate Staten
So
Island.
you're not going back?
Yeah, so I'm not, unless I'm working. Okay.
Staten Island calls.
For many zeros.
Yeah, for many years. We always have to qualify that as performers, right? Unless it's a job, then I'll go. So after the Sweet 16 birthday party, I'm waiting out for the bus stop. And as I'm standing there, late at night, waiting for the bus, a truck full of white guys goes by and says, "Nigger." I was like, oh my God.
What year was this?
It was like after 2000. So it
Okay.
was like,
Wow.
we were already in the 2000s, because I remember, like, I was so shocked. I was so
shocked.
I was so shocked. First of all, my first thought was like, oh my God, we're in 2000 and it's Staten Island. They called me nigger. And then I realized, oh, but at least they didn't call me faggot. So it was like happy. And because it was like, nigger, really? Yeah, duh. You know,
Right.
That's awful.
so
Yeah,
when you
it
can,
is awful.
but when you can own it and accept,
They use that gay a lot at school. The kids, and my kids don't say that.
Oh, yeah. I
They,
know
that's
a
so gay,
trendy
or you're
thing.
this gay, and the boys just say, that's great if it's gay. Like they'll try, even that. I say don't. Some of their friends actually, they had to educate their friends. When you say that's so gay, you're not saying it in a nice way. So just say that's stupid or idiotic or whatever.
God, that is
You can
so
be so
great.
much more creative and pick any
Right.
other word. Like,
I
you
know.
don't need to.
I
Right.
know.
But
You know what? And you wonder where they're hearing it from because that is not said in our home.
Well, they're hearing it on television, and they're hearing it on.
I don't know about television.
No, television, they do it too. There are comments on television and sitcoms where
Oh.
where the
Really?
two guys will look at each other. That's really gay. And it's become like a catchphrase. It's almost like I can see now. It is still partly malicious, but it's become such a catchphrase.
No, I understand. Right.
But unfortunately, it is a negative catchphrase.
Right.
And just like Nicholas was saying, you're saying that's so gay, but the way you're saying it,
Right.
you're meaning malice
Yes.
behind it. You're not saying it in like that's so gay
Right.
in a pleasant kind of way. So
Yeah.
it is interesting, and with all the social media like the Lady Gagas and just all the high profile people that do make an attempt
They try.
to
They really do try.
to educate the world.
Right.
It's a very noble thing, and I can see how in our society things are changing. It's slower because
It
now,
is slower.
we're just talking about That's So Gay. Well, look at how many more gays are on television now.
So many.
You-
and even in pilots this year. Oh my gosh, there's just been so many.
But there
gay
are just
couples.
those
It's been
parts of the
wonderful.
country, as you saw in that Bully movie, where they just cannot accept it.
I think unfortunately the Midwest
Yeah,
seems
in-
to be
in parts.
slow in catching up with some of that stuff,
Yeah.
or the smaller communities where there's not the exposure to media. Not that that's an
Right.
excuse, but you
Right.
know.
But you did see that video of the restaurant in Texas?
No, oh, what
It was like a setup. The waitress is in on it, as is the couple at the table, and it's a lesbian couple with their kids. I think there's 2 kids. And the waitress loudly says, I don't think I'm going to serve you because this is disgusting, blah, 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 blah. And the idea is to see if any of the other
the
patrons...
hidden camera type of thing?
Right, will
What would you
react.
do?
And it was, and it was really interesting to see.
Did they help?
Yeah, there was most of them, or at least what is on this video, most of them like stand up to the waitress and say, "You're being rude and racist.
Oh,
and
good. Well,
you
there
need
is
to
hope
sit
for
down
Texas.
and shut up."
Go big or go home.
So I'm like, yeah, okay.
Wow.
See, people know
That's
that,
good.
because at the end of the day, even if you don't, you have religious beliefs and you have issues with it, it's still about
Are we going to
being
talk about Catholic religious beliefs and gay?
being nice to another person or not,
Right,
or respecting another
exactly.
person
I
or
know.
not.
When
So-
people are rude in the name of religion, it just kind of makes you wonder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Planet Earth, I think this would be an absolutely lovely time to take our first break.
Yes.
You are listening to On the Set with Jasper Cole. Jasper is in absentia today because he is shooting a commercial in Mexico City. Hopefully, we might get to hear from him later. You have been listening to Sara Fletcher.
Hello.
Dara Zane Scully.
Hello.
Gregory Blair.
Yep.
And myself, Ralph Cole Jr. When we come back, we're going to continue talking about all things entertainment and any and everything that comes into our little heads. Here we go. Come back, Planet Earth.
You're back on the set with Hollywood's bad guy, Jasper Cole. Here's Jasper Cole.
Hello, planet Eartha. We are back live, coming to you from Sunset Gower Studios in Hollywood, California. I am Jasper Cole's incredibly, phenomenally, way too gay sidekick, Ralph Cole Jr.
Who needs some self-esteem assistance?
Okay, yeah, because I've been
Okay.
I've been working on those workshops, online workshops and stuff, and doing my affirmations and stuff, Dara. So that's why I'm very
gosh.
okay, and that's why I'm very full of myself, planet Eartha. And
I thought it was the Paisley.
okay, yes, God. Oh yeah, because Jasper always likes to tell planet Eartha what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a fabulous Tommy Hilfiger orange paisley shirt, resplendent in my orange pants, and my orange and white sneakers made by Adidas, which the acronym is All Day I Dream About Sex. Okay? And that's
not
enough.
me.
That's enough. Okay, and Sharon, I said that while Shauna was out of the room. Okay, great. Just so you know.
Shauna is in the business. I'm sure she's heard a lot.
And the Shauna that you were hearing about is Shauna Case, who we mentioned before the break. She is going to be joining us in a little while here, so we're going to have a fun time with her.
She in hair and makeup?
Yeah, she's Shauna's in hair and makeup right now.
Here, just a little lip gloss and a little mascara because you're 15.
Okay. But before Shauna joins us, we are going to welcome back to the show Sara Fletcher and Gregory Blair and Dara Scully.
Yes, hello. Do you always wonder why I have the Zane in there? Do we have to talk about that or no?
I think
it's okay to have 3 names?
No, I think we should. No, because a lot of people
Well,
do that.
I have Zane in there because there was another Dara Scully on Twitter, an Italian girl that would have naked photos of herself. And I didn't want anybody to think that was me. Well, some days I wanted people to think it was me. But I keep Zane because I come from 4 girls and nobody's carrying on the name with, children.
I love
So
it. But
Zane is your maiden name.
Zane is my maiden. It actually
great
was.
maiden name.
Thank you.
I love the name Zane, so I love hearing that.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Oh, well, good. No, that's always...
Because I was a Zane longer than I was a Scully. So
Okay.
I feel more Zane.
Okay.
I'm feeling insane.
Well, you're in
Well, that
Zane,
too.
girl. You're in Zane.
I've never heard that before.
Gregory, I saw on your resume that you appeared on Old Dog's New Tricks, and they, too, have been guests on our show. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Oh, yeah. Well, there are times when I want to get involved in a project because I like what it's about. I did that with Christina, which is about a young kid who's in the machismo Latino community, and he's discovering that he is a transgender and having to deal
wow.
with that. And so I liked what that was about. And then Old Dog's New Tricks is kind of about being a 50-year-old gay man in West Hollywood. So that's like LA's version of San Francisco, you know what I mean? The Castro in a way is how you look at it, which is people think, oh, well, that's where you go when we're talking about some of this earlier, but when you come out and you're young and you're hip and you go dancing and you want to meet people and all that jazz, but then you grow up and it's like you can become invisible. And so it's about these guys having survived all those decades, because you can be hit by a car, you can get a disease. If you've survived that long, you pretty much deserve a medal. And so here these guys are fighting on and trying to have love lives and all the things that people still do
At 50.
but at 50. And so I thought that is a great thing to get out there, because we're talking about all the gay characters on TV, but they're all either in their 20s or maybe they're in their 30s with kids, but that's about it. You never see unless they're like comic relief, like Leslie Jordan in Will and Grace.
Exactly.
That kind of thing.
And Leslie's been a guest on our show as well,
So was
too.
Well,
Leon
he's
from,
awesome.
Leon
Right.
Acord. Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, these guys are the main characters, and I thought, that's awesome. So they had put out this thing about how they needed extra bodies for this big, fabulous gay wedding they were having, and I'm like, dude, I want to be there. So that's how it happened.
Oh, great. And you and Leon are friends?
We actually met that way.
I see.
I had not met him before.
And did you know any of the other cast members?
I had seen David Pesner in live theater.
Oh, right. And as I have,
Yeah, and And I'm trying to think. That's really the only one that I knew really, really well
I
as
see.
far as professionally having seen their work.
Well, just hearing you describe Old Dogs and New Tricks, it's once again, I can hear how it's a minority group standing up for themselves. This time it's the older gay male. That in lines with the youth that are trying to stand up for themselves and be anti-bully, and we're not going to take it anymore.
Right.
And if you say something bad to me, I am gonna hurt you now. Or I am going to say something back bad to you. Like what we were saying before, Dara, with William, he doesn't have the compunction in him to fight back, which I didn't either. Some kids don't, but some kids are going to make that leap and do it.
And
I did not fight back, but I definitely used lots of fist words, you know, words, you know, little swing here and there with some jokes and stuff, which I think maybe is a better way to take it in school anyway. Otherwise.
Right. Well, you hear a lot of people that were picked on that are famous now. They talk about how they used humor to kind of deal with it and push people back. And
absolutely.
if I can
Kill
make
'em
them
with
laugh, then they're
kindness.
not going to pick up on me.
Right, you know, and that's a
pick on
really
me.
that's a really interesting point to make.
Yeah.
Planet Eartha too is that is something that is very consistent in our society: laughter and humor. And they say laughter is the best medicine. Laughter helps prevent illness. It keeps negativity out of your system. And just hearing what you just said, it's like, so many people have used comedy and humor to get themselves out of a bad situation. How important does that make comedy and humor in our lives?
So important.
And you know, if you can actually, I mean, God, think about it. If you can use laughter instead of getting shot or getting stabbed.
You go to the doctor and they bring out a feather and they're like, we're going to tickle you to
Take
death.
you to death.
You're going to, don't worry, you'll be cured of this.
We're going to put you in a room with Wanda Sykes.
Right.
And
Love her.
yeah, I know.
my God,
I do too. I love it. You see how we are? We can just mention one name on the show and just we can go off on we can just go off on a whole tangent. Now back to you, little Miss Sara Fletcher.
Yes.
You're a hyphenate also. So we talked about your stellar performance in Hansel and Gretel. Will you share with us some of your other venues or other genres that you dabble in?
Well, speaking of comedy, you know, actually that horror film was the first horror project I had ever done.
Oh.
And so when it came up, I was like, yes, I want to do this. I've never done horror before, and this would be so much fun to be covered in blood. Which it was great. But I've done mostly comedy. Like most of my stuff is in comedy and some stuff on TV, and then I also do a lot of hosted stuff, and I right now host a live show with Machinima and CW Network called the ETC After Party, the Cult of the Cult. We just moved to Friday nights, which is exciting.
Oh,
so,
great.
we're
We can watch
live.
now because we're not on Friday nights.
Oh, well, good. Well, speaking of which, why don't you give Planet Eartha where they can find you?
You can either, if you go to Machinima, youtube.com.
It sounds like Mashugana.
Mashugana, right? Little Mashugana. Machinima, which is one of the largest, I think they are the largest YouTube conglomerate, actually. They're actually really known for video game blogging and stuff, but the cult on the CW has sort of like a little bit of an edge, so I think that's why they felt like it was
Can you
good at
spell
home.
that?
Yes, wait, Machin, A-M... this is terrible. I'm a horrible speller. Don't tell anyone.
Okay.
That's okay. You're pretty.
It's M-A-C-H Machin, C-H-I-N-I-M-A.
Okay,
If I
Machinima.
butcher it, Machinima people, I apologize.
No, but that'll
Put
give
it on your Twitter for later.
Yeah,
Yes.
that gives a good head start to get people to
Have
there.
her talk about her Pepsi commercial because that's
Oh.
playing right now.
Oh, that's what you wanted to talk about.
Yes,
Okay.
I want to hear all about
Planet Eartha, it is not about Coca-Cola up in here right now. It is about Pepsi. And we have Sara Fletcher, who now is being featured in a fabulous Pepsi commercial. Sara, go tell us about that.
It's a Diet Pepsi commercial, and I play a bride. And Sofia Vergara's in it, who's, we all love, right?
I love her.
I mean, speaking of comedy, you know what I mean? I mean, she's fantastic. So, and like in person, oh my goodness. I mean, just absolutely stunning.
That's what Jasper said.
Just stunning.
Was she so much fun?
Well, it was weird because we were in such a huge scene, and it was we shot for 2 days, and it rained the entire time.
Oh,
we were there.
really?
You would never know. I mean,
Oh,
the
wow.
director of it was actually the director of Mirror Mirror, and was just the most wonderful, delightful man. I mean, he just was fantastic. And one day to set, he wore some paisley pants.
Thank you. Work it out.
We love him
See?
already.
Okay, yeah, Paisley works Planet
What color
Eartha.
were they?
They were like red and purple. They were red and purple and green. They had all kinds of fun stuff going on in them.
Oh, great. I'm loving that. Okay, we have another friend in that commercial
Oh, you do?
with you, Carol and Susie.
Oh, yes. Jasper was telling me about that. She is also hilarious and somebody that I would love to sit down with if I ever was feeling ill, because I feel like she'd just cheer me up and make me feel better.
Oh, God, definitely. She is a total hoot. We love Carol Ann Susie up in here. She was supposed to be a guest, but I think she was shooting Big Bang Theory and wasn't able to come in for that. But she is going to be doing that.
She was great.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We just had a breath of fresh air
breath
of youth,
fabulous,
non-cellulite, no wrinkles, no Nerium needed.
Okay, no Nerium.
Just come in
just
with the blonde, effervescent, like
Okay.
she came out of the sea, a mermaid.
Ladies and gentlemen, Planet Earth, I would like to introduce you to our rising talent guest. She is absolutely lovely, and we are going to let her talk all about herself and what is going on with her. Her name is Shauna Case.
Woo!
Welcome, Shauna Case, to On the Set with Jasper Cole.
Thank you so much.
Her nails match her phone case. Oh, so cute.
Look out, Ralph.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you were absolutely wonderful.
Hello, Markus just came in too.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it just gets crazy up in here. Our rants with Markus Redmond.
We need another microphone.
Markus
We need another
Redmond
headset.
just joined in.
We'll have to ask Tony. We need some
Ask Markus to get another headset, please, from Tony.
Hi, sweetie.
We are going to be talking with Markus Redmond too. But guys, we are now here with Shauna. And I would like Shauna to tell Planet Eartha what is going on with you right now, Shauna.
Well, I'm starring on Incredible Crew on Cartoon Network.
Oh, yay!
It's super fun. Yeah.
Tell us your journey to getting that particular gig.
Well, I learned my love for performing when I did theater. When I was 10, I lived
Yay.
in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Yay.
I saw that you grew up
Pennsylvania.
there, and so I realized you'll be nice.
Oh, great.
People that grow up in different
Really?
states usually are nice.
Oh, fabulous. And by the
Besides
way,
here.
Shauna, just so you know,
Well,
if
you
you
know.
ever want to boomerang anything back to yourself, do that, because that's what we do here on the set with Jasper
right.
Cole.
That's exactly
Okay,
what we
keep
do.
going.
Yeah, so I just started in theater when I was 10, and I continued that till I was 12, and then I moved out to California when I was 12, and then I was just like, hey, I love performing so much on the stage, why not start it in front of the camera? So I started acting lessons, and got an agent, got all that.
Got all that. An
Just
agent,
like
lawyer,
that.
manager.
Yeah, just that tiny stuff that you don't really,
Yeah.
But and then it just went from there. I went on auditions, and I realized it was a passion just as much as performing on the stage. And then I got Incredible Crew. So
Very
Wow,
cool.
what a great journey. And
was.
wow, just listening to you, you've made it sound very effortless. You were very committed, like, okay, at 10, I'm going to do this. I am 12 now. I'm going to segue into this and just make this happen. And by the way, I'm just going to get cast on a, major little show.
well, it sounds that way, but it took a lot of hard work. But when I realized it was something that I wanted to do the rest of my life, it's worth it. So
Oh, God, that is, and obviously
And
you,
kudos that you know what you want to do at such a young age.
yeah,
Yes.
Now, see, that's something I can relate to because I was
That's
in
Markus Redmond, everybody.
high school. Hey,
He
what's up,
decided
Eartha?
to
How
show
are you?
up. He's been in traffic.
I apparently I like driving in traffic. That's my problem.
I knew you were disturbed.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. But no, when I was in high school, I had a buddy of mine make me go and try out for a play in drama in high school. It was Guys and Dolls. And,
Great play.
It's awesome. And I didn't really know anything about it, but he told me that it was a play about gangsters. So we should go be gangsters, which sounded cool to me.
Yeah.
But I did that, continued on at a very young age myself, not as young as you, but still in high school, taking acting classes, doing auditions, getting on shows, and that kind of a thing. So I can totally relate to that journey that you've had.
Yeah, definitely.
You just lock in. It's what you love. It's what
Yeah,
you know.
really.
You just do it. Nobody's going to stop you. And you have that mindset, which is, I think, awesome. Something we should
Yeah.
never lose.
Definitely.
Do you work during the week every day and it's Incredible Crew?
Incredible Crew.
Incredible Crew?
Yeah, we filmed all last summer for like 3 months.
Okay.
And it was all the weekdays, and then we had the weekends off.
Okay.
So,
And it
yeah.
plays every week now?
Yeah, it
on-
plays every Thursday
Every Thursday?
at 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Yes.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
And so have you become close with your co-stars?
Yeah, we're
I'm
so
sure.
close. We're really,
There's
really
6
good
of you,
friends.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all different ages, but
Okay.
We do the same things that we love to do, like on Incredible Crew, and we're always making each other laugh on set. We're doing so many hilarious things on the show. We have to be close because we're acting like, idiots with
Right.
each other on
Right.
the show.
And you're being vulnerable, I'm
yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Yes.
So, yeah, we go out to movies on the weekends
Nice.
when we were off. And
What kind of movies do you like?
we saw Spider-Man.
Okay. Very
Yeah,
nice.
It was funny. Shamik was like, he loves the whole action thing. So
Uh-huh.
at the end, he was standing up. He was like, yeah, yeah. And like at the stunts, he was like, whoa. And he was like clapping in the middle of the movie. So it was fun watching him.
Oh,
in the
that's
movie.
Right.
Do you
That's very
write
cool.
because you guys have such a close camaraderie? Do you guys write songs with each other, or do you guys get ideas for lyrics or for tunes with each other?
For the show, for the
Mm-hmm.
songs? All the songs are produced by Nick Cannon. So he produces them and writes them himself. But I'm a recording artist as well. And Chanel on the show and Shamik, they're both singers. Shamik is a professional recording artist as well. So I just co-write my own songs with my producers.
I see. And what are some of your inspirations for your songs and your lyrics? Just the creativity from your brain.
Yeah, definitely. Some Kind of Fairy Tale was describing my journey coming out from Pennsylvania to California to the big city. So that was definitely, I put my heart into that song because that's who I am, like moving out from California. And it's like a fairy tale living my dreams now so fast.
Oh, God.
So-
Well, you know
Are
what?
you out here with your whole family?
My parents. Yeah, I'm a single child.
I am too.
So is
Let's
Ralph.
work it out for the only children planet Earth. Yes. Sharon, you did the right thing, okay? The only children. We have Sharon Case here as well, planet Earth, Shauna's mom, who is wonderfully supportive, and that's so important
Yes.
for us
It's
to
awesome.
have this love and the support of our parents that do this for our children.
Yes.
And I'm pointing at Dara, and I'm pointing at Markus also, and I'm pointing at Sharon because they are parents that are currently supporting their child.
You forgot about that.
I got pointed at. That usually means I'm in trouble.
Oh no!
So
Oh no!
I wanted to, you know what I mean? I don't want to.
No, oh no,
I'm
no!
not in
You were
trouble.
totally cool here. No,
Okay, good.
I was pointing to you because of being a supportive
Being a
parent.
parent.
You know. And
Oh
with
yes,
that-
but I
You
don't-
remember you had the
I don't-
children, right,
I don't,
Markus?
I
Okay,
don't
good.
care about those kids.
Okay, no.
Well, that's a parent.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice,
Okay.
nice,
But boom,
that's
boom. Okay. Before we take our next break,
Yes.
I want to just segue with you, Shauna, about the wonderful charity that you work with, Stop Bullying, Speak Up. Before the break, before you joined us, we were talking about some very real issues about bullyism, things that Dara's children have experienced, what I went through when I was growing up, a more verbal kind of bullyism. And I just think someone at your age now and where you are in your life to join this kind of crusade is so wonderful, and your voice will get to be heard by so many because of your youth and what you're able to relate and experience. So could you tell us about that and how you got involved with the charity?
Definitely. Stop Bullying, Speak Up is a campaign by Cartoon Network, and it empowers and motivates our youth bystanders to bullying to really speak up if someone's getting bullied and take that chance to step in and really help that person out if they're getting bullied, because it's a huge issue. Obviously, 13 million students are bullied every year, and that's just terrible. Like, us youth, we're the future, so
Right.
it's like if we're getting beat down, our confidence is getting taken away. Like, what does that give us for our future? So
Thank you for
Yeah.
saying that. That is really,
Seriously.
really well said, you guys. That's Shauna Case, you guys.
quote.
Quote. And you may quote her on that. You know what? And this is really another thing that is so nice. You're 15 years old, and listen to what you just said so eloquently. And that
you.
is so nicely done. And yeah, you're a wonderful vision to be able to share that, because youth will look at you too. You're a very pretty girl. And have you yourself ever been exposed to any kind of bullyism?
Definitely, verbal bullying. I think that's either physically or verbal bullying is definitely like bad. Like, each of them are just as destructive. But I definitely went through verbal bullying, like wearing a new kind of outfit, and then someone said like, you look like some kind of word, just like I didn't look cool, or you're trying to be cool, like just like that and stuff. Very like catty, like girl stuff, and I think girls my age can relate to that. And then the rumors, spreading rumors about you, and just
Is that when you came to
nasty things.
California or back in Pennsylvania?
It was back in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa. Pennsylvania, where from? In Pennsylvania. I'm from
Erie.
Philly.
You're from
Erie.
Erie?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. My parents went to school in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Boom. Pennsylvania.
Okay, Boomerang.
Yeah,
my father.
Pennsylvania.
My father is from Reading, Pennsylvania. Oh no.
I live there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Listen to me, Shauna. High five, please. Thank you, girl. Work it out.
yeah.
Listen. First of all, don't anybody. I have to. May I curse for a quick little second? Okay, listen.
I told you she's in show business.
Just plug
She's
your
heard
ears.
curse words.
Don't anybody say shit about me boomeranging, okay? Because I let everybody talk about being from Pennsylvania before I let the world know that my father is from Reading, Pennsylvania. It's our whole big joke here. Let's just give a big round of applause for people from Pennsylvania, please.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's where stars are born.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Duh.
Clearly.
It's the home of Rocky, so that's, you know.
Okay, Shauna Case, let Planet Eartha know where they can find you.
They can find me and my music and photos on shaunacase.com. And my Twitter, Shauna Case. It's just my name, so you can find me there. Lots of photos.
Shauna,
updates.
Shauna.
Yes, ShaunACase.
Well, at this point, I would like to play Shauna's song that she
Perfect.
introduced, that she told us about. Some kind of fairy tale. This is about Shauna's journey from Pennsylvania to California. Am I correct in
Yes.
that?
Definitely.
Yes, you are.
Planet Eartha, please stay tuned. You're listening to On the Set with Jasper Cole. I'm filling in for Jasper because he is in Mexico City shooting a commercial.
Shooting bad guys.
Shooting
And your name is?
And my name is Ralph Cole Jr. It is all about On the Set with the Coles. Okay, work it out.
You're back on the set with Hollywood's bad guy, Jasper Cole. Here's Jasper Cole.
Hello, Planet Eartha. Welcome back. You were just listening and enjoying the music of Shauna Case. Wasn't that fabulous? Some kind of fairy
Very
tale.
Thank you.
You better tell
And
your.
she wrote her own song.
She wrote her own
And
song.
I co-wrote it.
singer-songwriter.
She co-wrote it.
Yes.
Singer-songwriter, traveled cross-country, and is doing it and making it, you guys. She is truly an incentive for young women, young children, teenagers everywhere. She is someone to be reckoned with and to pay attention to. That's Shauna Case, everybody.
So now, Ralph, can we get into like the nitty gritty with Shauna?
Yes, you can. And
Her mother's here. Be
just
careful, Markus.
keep in mind, Sharon, that's her mom over
why
there.
does everybody think when I say nitty gritty, it's well, that's right. I have a reputation. You're
You
right.
do
That-
a dirty
Okay,
talk.
That's
listen.
true.
Hello.
That's Shauna's mother, who you tried to hit on. So just like so try. Yeah.
Friendly.
Okay,
I like to make nice with the people.
Okay,
and
listen. I am going to show, before we get into the nitty gritty, I am going to give Planet Eartha another example of boomerang. Marcus Redman and I have the pleasure of starring in Jules Stewart's feature film, K11, which will be opening in theaters across the United States March 15th. But before that, as we speak right now, Marcus and I are on screen at the Cine Mayhem Film Festival in Thousand Oaks, where our movie just started at 4:45. They are watching Kate Del Castillo, Goran Viznik, D.B. Sweeney, the list goes on, Portia Doubleday, Ralph Cole Jr., Marcus Redman, Luis Moncada, Tara Buck. If I've left out anyone, Jonathan Rumi,
Tiny Lister.
Tiny Lister, Jason Mewes. The list just goes on and on. We have some fierce people up in this film. It is going to be premiering all over the United States starting March 15th through Breaking Glass Productions, and we are nothing but thrilled about that.
Breaking Glass. Wow.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I have a connection with Breaking Glass, I believe.
Sarah. Okay, now Sarah.
Is the boomerang?
Okay,
Yup.
girl. Boomerang, go, girl.
I am pretty sure. This is terrible. I shouldn't say this if I don't know for sure. But I'm pretty sure Breaking Glass was the distributor for a feature that I did some time ago.
Oh, great.
In fact, I'm gonna say I'm like 95% sure.
No,
I'm
no, but
horrible
no,
with names.
but I think you're right though, because when I said Breaking Glass, you had that reaction
did.
like you totally
It was
know.
very guttural.
Yeah,
It
a
was
very-
guttural.
and
Right.
Guttural.
It was authentic. So I think you have something going
My
there.
feet shook. So
Let's get back to Shauna.
Okay, why don't we do that, you
and
guys?
her song and how
Yes.
how she got
wanna
there
talk
and
about the
how
music.
fun was that. and-
Okay.
I want to talk about
Markus,
you
go.
and music, because I'm a real big music guy. I play the radio like nobody's business.
Me too.
So I
Yeah.
wanna talk about just musical influences, like who you dig, where you see yourself, where the songwriting comes from, where the lyrics come from, like all of that stuff. Like what gets you moving and gets you motivated when it comes to music?
Yeah, definitely. I love storytelling, telling a story, because the song can have a good beat that you can dance to, but you're really listening to the lyrics when you're doing the song, and that influences you a lot. So I want my songs really to be inspirational and like relatable to girls my age. And also, being from Pennsylvania, I want the songs not to be all glitzy and glamoury like pop. I have country twang in it. So
Yeah, I
I
heard
love
that.
country because it's very like homey, it's very soulful, has a lot of soul in it. It's not just like on
Now,
the surface pop.
Country's great.
See, now here's the thing. Everybody who listens to this show knows
He's a big country fan.
I'm the country
Yeah.
country
dude.
cowboy.
I love my country.
Oh,
I
yeah.
by the way,
Right?
I heard that Mindy McCready, Something My Heart, the newest one.
Mindy
Yeah.
McCready, she just passed away.
Sorry, not Mindy McCready.
Are you
That's
talking about Miranda Lambert?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. Some new
Miranda
song.
Lambert.
My Heart. What's that heart song?
Heart song.
Breaking My Heart or some.
You mean Over You?
No, it was something else, and I thought I need to tell Markus I heard this song.
No,
I'm
Mariah.
not typically a country music lover, but for some reason, the Country Music Awards, I always love to watch them because
Yeah.
they are they're their own little niche, and they seem like a big family, and it's not just, oh, he beat me and dragged me in his truck kind of thing. It's like it's always a storytelling. I do love it.
Yeah.
Country
Yeah.
never forgets.
Do you have like a favorite country star that you like? You know, it's your go-to album. Always. Do you have like a particular?
I love Taylor Swift, but I wouldn't say that I'm trying to be like her. Like, I love her. She inspires me just in the writing aspect as well.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
she's sweet.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but think, what do you think about Carly Rae Jepsen's popularity with her song Call Me Maybe? Because her song, like your song, has a clever beat and rhythm to it that's very accessible. So how do you find her song? I mean, with the popularity of that song.
I think it's a really great song. I love the song. It's very catchy. A song is very good when it's catchy, so it travels around.
Right.
You know, I love how like people are making videos on YouTube or whatever, dancing around to it. So it's definitely a catchy, like, got my girlfriends, I'm gonna make Carly Rae Jepsen video.
No, it sounds like you guys from your show, from the Nick Cannon show. Yeah, making fun creativity like that. That's great.
So I love her as an artist. I definitely don't like listen to her all the time. Like, I've just kind of learned about her recently, but I like her song.
Who's
It's
your
really cool.
favorite?
Favorite?
Who's your
Taylor
favorite
Swift.
artist? Well, like of all time.
Well, she is only 15.
Hey, you know what? When I was 15 years old, I was listening to Glenn Miller and Benny Goodman. So
Well, okay.
I'm just saying.
You're
so
15
classy.
is just a number. It doesn't speak to the.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So
She does have to have time to curl her hair, though, and get involved with all that, too.
You can listen to music while you curl your hair.
I do.
I do too. I do the same.
Okay. You and I are just all over
doing it for
Spotify.
years.
Okay, we're gonna.
Spotify. Yeah, I know, and I see it on Facebook. I'm like, how? I don't need to know what they're listening to all day long. Next, it's going to be what they're eating
I know. Well,
and their colonoscopies.
do you want to segue into the colonoscopy now?
Well, I
Okay.
still want to talk with Shauna.
Okay.
Let's make it about Shauna, because they might have dinner plans. Are you homeschooled, or do you go to high school?
Yeah, I do homeschooling.
You do?
I started it about 3 years ago now. So,
Okay.
yeah, it was definitely a big change, but I love it for
Were you in
acting.
middle school the whole time, or did you leave in 8th grade?
I was in school up to 8th grade.
8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually in public school.
Right.
7th grade, and then I moved, and then I tried public school for one day, and I was done.
Okay, I love that.
I did the
LA
math homework.
in San Diego or LA?
LA.
Wow,
love
one day. Well,
Yeah.
LAUSD.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Well, that's why we moved
I
to
know.
Orange County.
Kind of not coming back tomorrow.
I know.
guys.
I threw my
forgot.
math book, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. I'm tired. It's been all day. And then my mom.
Practicing for future roles.
Yeah. Okay. And my mom was like, yeah, let's put her in homeschool. This isn't gonna work.
How do
Yeah.
you balance everything? I mean, you write music, you've got a show, you have to go to school. I mean, how do you find time to do this all?
Well, homeschooling definitely makes that possible because when I'm filming Incredible Crew, we do school on the set. So I get to do that, and I'm actually gonna take the test to graduate high school this month in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So I've been studying really hard, like
Oh my
3
goodness.
months.
You were going to be graduating 3 years before you. Wow.
I'm in 10th grade right now, so yeah.
Oh, great.
So that will give me a lot more time. So I've been studying really hard about the math book incident, throwing the math book. Don't want to give you details about how that's going.
What
but,
level of math did you get to?
That's a pass. Math with me, I'm like, let's just get through this day of this homework, and I'll be done with it.
I am so with you on that. My father tried to always help me with. I was always good at spelling and reading, and my mother was a school teacher. My father was a doctor, so I had a really good upbringing with. But the math was always a horror. And realistically, like Lily Tomlin says. When was the last time an isosceles triangle came up in a rap you were having? And all this stuff about geometry, trigonometry, algebra. I don't even know what it is.
I know.
I mean, and it's so funny how we had to learn all of that. When does that ever come into you? Like, I need to go
if you want to be an engineer,
right? I was gonna say if you're gonna
and
be
you want to
an
have a secure profession,
Or an architect.
Oh,
which
that.
sometimes
Okay, yeah.
that does sound good.
Yeah.
But for those of us who are in the creative arts, often it does seem sort of obtuse. I mean, we like.
Oh, you said
I
obtuse. Okay, isn't that a
sorry,
geometric?
That's,
Yeah.
you're right.
That's a geometric phrase. Work it out, Gregory.
But yeah, I mean, how many times do you need to worry about if you're filling your bathtub at this rate, but you left the drain open, it's draining at that rate? When will the bathtub overflow?
That's
It's
actually important.
Just plug the drain
Plug it up.
closed, and you're done.
It's
Well,
true.
speaking of
it's a
Carrie,
depth perception issue.
Well, I can boomerang it back to you for Carrie. Just plug it up. Plug it up. Okay. Yeah, no, because that's what I do here. Sarah, you were about to say something.
I loved calculus. I mean, like, obviously I'm in
The
a
calculus on your teeth or the
she's
math?
smart and
Ew,
pretty.
I really liked math. I was terrible at
My
English.
boys are good at math.
I
I'm glad.
loved it.
Oh,
I wanted
really?
to how it all fit together, and
They say because it's always just a definite answer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
2
There's
plus
a certain logic to
2 plus
it,
2
and
is always going to be 4.
problem solving. It was more
That's
like
what I hated.
Oh, it was great.
Well, yeah, I love math when I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm like,
I know.
Yeah.
When I know the
I
answer,
know.
it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel smart when I know the answer.
When
but
she
when
gets
I
her
don't, I'm just
paycheck, she's like, "That's some good math."
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I know. Isn't it funny how we'll know how to do our paycheck? I'm missing 10% here. Really? Because, like, you couldn't do that on the math test, could you? Okay, I want to talk about American Horror Story. Girl, Shauna Case was on American Horror Story, and we all love us some American Horror
What
Story.
season? What did I miss? What's going on?
It
Tell
was
us,
the
Shauna.
first season, Halloween Part 2. Halloween Part 2 episode. Yeah, I played Pirate Girl, so that was really fun. It was
Get out! You were a
fun.
pirate girl.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! All right, I need like an autograph and all that.
Did you meet Ryan Murphy?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Was
No.
it a fun job?
It was really fun. I got to celebrate Halloween twice that year, so it's like,
Okay, great, Shauna. So you're having
Yeah.
fun, right?
it's a dream.
How's it to work with Nick Cannon? He seems really nice.
It's really fun. He's really chill and laid back.
Yeah, he seems like
Yeah.
it.
Now, have you gotten to meet
Mariah
Carey?
Everyone actually, not about Mariah Carey, they're always like, did you meet the twins? Did you meet the
Oh.
twins?
That's right. They do have twins.
Yeah, but no, I haven't met Mariah yet. But we're all trying to like get Michael Goldman, one of our producers, to talk to Nick Cannon about us babysitting the twins.
Oh, how fun.
We're all like,
That's wonderful.
like Chanel. She's always
And then
like,
you have to invite your mom and go through the jewelry and the
Yeah.
wardrobe at her house. Can you imagine Mariah Carey's closet?
I bet it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I've seen it.
definitely.
What?
Oh.
MTV Cribs.
Oh, okay. Right.
Hey, Shauna, let's talk about your fashion, makeup, and styling and your relationship with Sue Wong.
Yeah, Sue Wong styled me for the Hall of Game Awards on Cartoon Network. It was super fun. I wore a beautiful blue dress. I love all her dresses because they're so like, they're very, what do you call it, detailed with the beading and everything, and it's so beautiful. Even her Facebook page, the pictures that she posts are
Oh,
very
Sue Wong?
beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, I started wearing her dresses recently, and I've fallen in love. And I do my own hair and makeup, but actually scratch that. I have a guy that did my music video and did what else did he do? Just events for me, but he's awesome. His name.
Did you do your own hair today?
Yes.
Now, how do you do that? Do you
adorable.
blow it dry and then do
I use a straightener.
a straightener
Yeah.
and then you curl it with a
Yeah.
big barrel, right?
No, I curl it with a straightener.
You curl it with a straightener.
Yeah.
You've got it.
It's 2013. Come on, guys.
I know. I just keep the Jew hair going. It's just wash and wear. I can't.
I'm
can't
like,
do
I don't
anything
even know
else.
what a straightener is.
I know. I know.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Keeps
No.
it in line.
Name the guy who's your your makeup artist, because we didn't quite hear that name.
Clexius.
Clexius. Oh
Yes.
wow. Okay.
He's so fun. I love him.
Oh
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Name.
So now Clexius can work with you on upcoming projects too. You can you'll just hire him to be your
Yeah,
makeup.
definitely.
Okay, great.
Yep.
What are your upcoming projects?
My music video is coming out tomorrow.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
great.
Yeah.
Some kind of fairy
Can
tale?
we, can we
oh,
find
great.
it on your website?
It will first be
YouTube?
released Fan La La, but I think I'm gonna release it on YouTube after.
Okay.
So
Very
yeah,
nice.
I'm
And did you have
excited.
people in the video with you, or is it just you?
It's just me.
Just you.
We filmed in a lot of locations, like on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, on the beach, actually in a pickup truck, like in a very country-looking area. Just
Cute.
like telling my story, me moving from Pennsylvania
Right.
to California.
Right.
So it's kind of like a film.
What do you miss about Pennsylvania?
I
Eagles.
miss my friends, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss
Yeah.
my friends most.
Did any of
all.
them come out here and visit you?
No, see that's the thing. Okay, if my friend, I think my friend
You better be
Anna's-
listening, friends.
Anna,
Get on the
my friend-
Amtrak.
my friend Anna's actually listening, and I think my
Busted.
my best friends are listening right now. So you
Best
know, pretty
friends.
Kayla, you should come out here.
Yeah.
Come and visit Shauna. She is thriving,
She is
you
in
guys.
California.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I visit there 2 times a year.
Yes.
So I'm visiting, I think, in a month or so.
Are your grandparents there and all
Yes.
the rest of your family?
Yeah, my whole family's there. Just my mom and my dad and me. We're out
What
in
does mom and
California.
dad think of California?
They love it. My dad loves it like me, but my mom's a little iffy on the traffic.
I don't blame her.
We had 2 traffic incidents today.
Yes,
so yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
a-
don't blame her.
horrible.
even on Sunday.
It's horrible.
Everybody's iffy on traffic.
Yes, yes.
It's horrible.
Yes.
It's because of reality television. No, seriously. What happened was reality television made it possible that anybody could get on TV and get famous. So everybody left the rest of the country and came here so that they could get on reality TV.
That's probably
why
true.
everybody is just sitting in cars. If you look at the traffic, there's always one person in every car. No one's carpooling. No one's going anywhere.
Right,
Still
right.
They're just
true.
in the
Yep.
car. They're wasting time waiting to see if they got the call from the reality TV show.
Okay, and Planet Eartha, that was rant number 1 from our
Markus.
own Markus
Yes.
Redman. Work it
Yes.
out.
Gotta get him in.
Listen, now I know I had asked Dara about this before, and she said it is a tad passe, but because our show fell on this Sunday, March 3rd, we would be kind of remiss not to say some highlights about the Oscars, just real briefly.
Yes.
Because Dara always has, I was telling you before, she always has great little things to say about that. Would you mind participating with that? Okay. Gregory?
Totally. I did a blog about it.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Well, then,
Hello.
okay.
Hello.
Well, Dara, if you don't mind, I'm going to start with Gregory.
Please.
And,
Please.
okay.
Anybody but me.
Okay.
Because we're in the second hour and the ADD has kicked in.
Okay.
I was just thinking I might need that coffee cake.
Okay. Greg, okay, so go. What would you like to say?
Oh, well, there were, for people who do, get on Facebook and Twitter, I was noticing that there was so much negativity. And I was just sort of taken aback by that. And I thought, okay, I understand there are things about the show you don't like, or there are things about who won what you didn't like and all that. And I thought, but that's not really what it's about. It's really a celebration of the industry. And shouldn't we look at, have that sort of attitude about it? So my blog was about what I thought was good about the show, about the awards, and I can't remember everything, but like one of them was I was really excited or pleased about how the awards were very spread out.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just everything went to one movie and like that was the only movie that was worth anything. I thought the wealth was spread out nicely, so I like that. That doesn't happen
I
every
didn't
year.
understand. I know that obviously the Chicago movie, our musical producers produced the Oscars, but I didn't understand why we were celebrating Chicago so much when that was so many years ago.
Right.
For me, that was ridiculous.
Well, there is always there are always musical numbers that somehow seem a little. I'm going to use that word again, obtuse. But at least these were all musicals that had been made into movies, so in that sense, it was directly relevant and all performed by people who were in the movie. So I liked that.
Okay.
I understand that
Yeah.
the two were past, were not from this year. But anyway, so I guess I'm just sort of looking at the good side of that.
Right.
And you led me to another thought that just went completely
I thought
out of
Jennifer
my head.
Lawrence was probably the best dressed.
She
And Halle Berry.
Halle
Oh,
Berry.
Halle
Yes.
Berry
Halle
and that
Berry
Art
always-
Deco dress.
She always knocks it out, and she doesn't. Well, she didn't show too much, which was good.
What, you mean her cleavage?
Yeah, but it was just
No,
enough.
she didn't.
It was
and
just-
she's
So
always has the
tasteful.
perfect. What's it called? Décolleté. The
Décolletage.
Décolletage. Beautiful. Always like she's got the right amount of lotion and sheen and the whole thing.
Yeah, she was really resplendent. Jennifer Lawrence's dress was absolutely
I
fabulous.
love that dress.
I thought everybody was looking good. I
Yes.
was really,
There was
because
not
some
a lot
years,
of really extreme things. It seemed like.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're so funny, our society. I just love when we're watching the on the red carpet, and just like it just seems so shallow for a second, because
It
like
is.
I think about all these other countries that are just like looking at us like going, really.
right.
Really, that's really what is important to you now,
Right.
is like her
Yes,
waistline.
it is.
But actually, yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
And that's
What did you think of Barbara Streisand? 70 years old. She looks amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, you
I
s-
want her plastic surgeon. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's got some work done.
It is-
She looks amazing.
Yeah, it was really
amazing.
good. Okay, now let's just talk about a second about Michelle Obama's appearance. Yay or nay? Because she's got.
That was not.
Okay, it made her
I
gag.
voted for Obama, and I'm still glad I voted for Obama most days. But I did not get that, and I think that you just add to the irritation of the people that don't like them. Why are you doing that? Why are you mixing politics and Hollywood? I didn't get it.
I see
Well-
one. Oh, Greg, were you going to say
I was
something?
just going to say it's not a precedent. We've had I think first ladies actually be part of the ceremony before, so it wasn't like she was busting open a door or anything.
Yeah.
I did think it was strange for me, just the placement that she was giving away Best Picture. That,
For what? Yeah.
That was. But that she was a part of the ceremony, might have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I was just curious what people's opinions were, because I had read a blurb that Michelle had written back about her criticism for
Well,
being
that
on the
is true. I mean, you are going to be critiqued no matter
what you do. And-
Whoever
and-
you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, and she said it so well when she said, in
Right.
this day of social media where anybody can see you any second of any given day, someone is bound to talk about you.
Right.
Yeah,
And
and
that's-
post something negative.
I always wonder what it's like for somebody like Shauna, who's young and on social media. Is that like it? Do you think about what you're going to write? Do you then sometimes think, I shouldn't have written that, let me delete it? I mean, is it just one more thing to worry about, or is it just one more way to express yourself, or both?
It is. It's definitely actually like a job, because on social media you have your demographic that you have to think about. You can't be posting something on what you think about, like, let's say politics or
Right.
something like that.
Right.
And also how much you post. Like, I don't want to post like once a month, and then the next week I post like
All day long.
Yeah, so
Right.
I have to like
You have to think about it.
I have to space them out. There's like all this stuff, you know.
Yeah. And if you ever get like mean stuff snarky back to you, do you respond? Do you just ignore it?
I just ignore it.
Yeah.
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 It's best just to ignore it.
I
Just-
always wonder, like for Piers Morgan, he's on Twitter. He only responds to the people that are so nasty to him, and I think, why give negative
Well, that's his thing.
attention?
That's his whole deal.
Really?
That's his sort of shtick. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
like
it's
being
like
a
it's like
shock
character.
jock or
Yeah, it's like
something.
his whole character. I mean, I'm sure Piers Morgan is different, like hanging out, sitting on his couch, than he is on the show. You know what I mean? I'm
Right,
sure he
right.
plays
In
up.
In my
and-
mind, I actually think he's the same.
you think it's the same? It is the same dude.
Yeah, he's like the same guy, like sitting on his couch eating
Just sitting
popcorn.
there.
Totally.
Looking at the TV, just shaking his head.
All the whole time. I think he
Yeah.
only shakes his head.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see
Inside
that.
Sara Fletcher's mind.
I can see that.
Well, Planet Earth, I was happy that Gregory Blair and Sara Fletcher got to meet, because they both work in the horror genre but had not met each other up until this afternoon. And I always like to bring people together for future work or future projects, because Gregory is a director,
thank you.
you are a performer and writer, and a writer as well. So it's just, one hand feeds the other, and we're very supportive like that here.
Synergy.
Yeah, and I love that you do comedy, because I do a lot of that too.
Awesome.
It's
And
a
you get
re-
a,
it's-
you
it's
get a
such a-
laugh to.
she did comedy on the Pepsi commercial.
That's right.
That's right.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
How
That
was
was
it-
funny.
tell Planet Earth what your journey was booking that commercial. Just how did it go?
I mean, you audition, and then you get callbacks, and then there was actually a second callback for it, and then you book it, and then that's what happens.
Okay.
I mean, there's you know,
And every time it runs, you get mailbox money.
I call it free money, and it's, I mean, you can't count on it. Like, I feel like whenever you book a commercial, you just can't count on whatever it is.
No, you
Like,
can't.
So, you know, anytime I get a check in the mail, I call my husband and I'm like, free money. You want to guess? You want to guess?
I love it. I love it.
I'm like, those
Jasper
those
calls
vet
it
bills.
mailbox money.
Money, right. I love that. And you're featured, aren't you in a KFC commercial as well?
I am, yes. I think that's still running. I'm not actually sure. I think it's still going.
And what do you
so.
do in that one?
I have like a tagline at the end that I don't know if I can say it.
Okay,
Well,
don't.
maybe I
Yeah.
should. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could say it, but I just am talking about chicken because chicken's amazing.
Okay.
Fried chicken's amazing.
Okay.
So.
Fried chicken is amazing.
I love fried chicken.
Right.
Oh God!
Wait, is it out already?
Yeah.
Is it
It's
the
like-
one part? Is it part of the full football thing? Where
Totally.
They were doing
It's the
with
couch
okay.
skating, and then at the end I go,
okay.
it goes boom, and then.
Yes. Chicken girl.
You're a veteran of commercials too, don't you? Do commercials, Shauna?
Yeah, I did a Nokia commercial. It was one, I don't know if you guys know. I was sitting on a stadium, and it was 3 girls. I was one of the 3 girls, and we were just texting on our phones. And he walks down, and he's like, "Are you a beta tester?" or something like that.
Oh, I remember this one.
Yeah, and then I did a Comcast one where it was with the Slow Skis. I don't know if you know those commercials. It's based on like these 2 turtles that are in every commercial, and they represent like the slower network.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, I played
Slow skis.
I was the babysitter of those turtles, and that was really fun because I went up against a lot of people, and that was my first bigger one. So
Oh, nice.
commercials
That's
are
cool.
fun.
How many commercials have you done so far?
The 3, I think.
Oh, we've got many more in your future, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. That's
We
fun.
have to hook her up with Taylor Swift. You know, my sister-in-law worked with Taylor Swift
Oh.
on the Valentine's Day movies with Gary Marshall.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
You see how
Yeah.
we are connecting
You guys
things.
That's
could
good.
be
That's good
sisters.
stuff.
You guys could be. You both have like the beautiful long blonde hair thing going on.
Yeah,
But
that's
stay away from John Mayer.
it's okay.
I don't think she's interested.
I'm not boy crazy.
No.
Good.
No.
Perfect.
I'm just
That's
saying.
because Daddy's around.
If he comes a calling,
Daddy's around. The girls are good.
Okay.
Right, Mama?
he likes to come a calling. So just
No, he's with Katy Perry now.
now
Okay.
is John Mayer. We all know the deal.
All right. All right.
Dara,
Yes.
is there anything about the Real Housewives that you needed to discuss today?
Well, yes. Lisa Vanderpump from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is going to be one of the Dancing with the Stars contestants.
Oh.
Which I'll start watching it again because I stopped watching it, but I will for her.
I love her.
Me too. Me too.
She's so
quite the
classy,
diva.
and
Yes.
she is. Yeah.
And Adrian Malouf and Camille Grammer apparently didn't tape the reunion. They taped it Friday. And I don't think either of them are coming back next season.
Oh.
Yeah.
Adrian was where all the drama was though in Beverly Hills Housewives.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Wait,
Sean,
but
I'm glad
you
you
know
know. Yeah.
I do.
Participate. No, speak
You
up.
know what?
girl.
I think that because Adrian Malouf brought a lawsuit, faux, real, whatever lawsuit against Brandi Glanville, I don't think Bravo goes for that whole lawsuit thing. I
Wait,
think
now
it
why
puts a
was there
big
a
damper.
lawsuit?
Because Brandi Glanville outed Adrian for using a surrogate for her twins.
Whoa.
And Adrian wanted that to be private because I guess the kids get to a certain age and then the psychiatrist says that's the right age to tell them that you didn't deliver them yourself. I don't know.
Wow.
Seems silly. Seems silly. But Brandi Glanville was actually one of the Oscar people talking on the red carpet prior to, so she's doing quite well, Brandi Glanville.
Okay.
Yeah, she thanks her ex-husband and Leanne Rimes for giving her a new career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Anything else you wanted to put into that, Shauna, about the Housewives?
Nope. I just love watching it every week.
Do you watch Vanderpump Rules?
Yes,
Yes.
I love that.
See,
show.
that's not my. For me, it's too young. But I could see at your age that would be a good show to watch.
For all the fans out there, I want Stassi and what's his name, Jax, to get back together.
to get back together. It's like its own soap opera. It's the new General Hospital.
I love it. That's a good point. Yeah,
Yes, it is.
these are the new soap operas, reality, right?
It is.
In a
It
way,
is.
Marcus.
Yeah, I don't know what any of this stuff is.
And did
Oh,
you
good,
hear
you're
that?
in my
well, you
boat.
might know this one. Josh Brolin and Diane Lane are
I
divorcing.
heard. I was
Yeah.
Are
like,
they
has
on
it
a-
been 10 years?
They're
They're on a
divorcing.
She's on the Housewife show?
No, this is not Housewives.
Oh,
We're
okay.
moved on to
Segued.
the next.
Oh,
We've
we're
moved.
in a new,
Yes.
we're in a new phase.
Yes,
on,
yes.
There was a
Marcus.
lot of names
Yeah.
with the
Stay with
I
it.
don't know.
Right.
But yes, I did hear about this.
Yeah, they're separating.
Wasn't he married to Barbara Streisand?
I'm sorry. Is it? No. Well,
No,
the
the
dad,
dad was.
James Brolin,
Oh,
is
Ja-
married to Barbara Streisand.
Okay.
This
Oh,
is the
Josh.
son,
Sorry,
the
Josh.
son,
Sorry. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Who's had kind of a domestic violence history a little bit.
Okay.
Yes.
He also was
And-
in Jonah Hex, and that was
Was that violent?
for anyone who was watching it was violent to the eyes and ears and senses.
Oh, okay. And then Jimmy Fallon is supposed to replace Jay Leno
Oh.
finally on the Tonight
Really?
Show in about a year.
Oh, wow.
So they say, just sleep with one eye open. Look what happened to Conan. Right? Remember that? That was really bad.
Right.
was
That
really
whole
bad.
debacle. Right.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of about it. You know that obviously one day at a time, Bonnie Franklin died of
Poor Bonnie.
pancreatic cancer. I think if you have that diagnosis, it's just a matter of time, unfortunately.
Right.
And Perez Hilton, the gossip columnist Perez Hilton, he became a dad. He has a new baby.
How exciting.
And weren't some people really bothered by that because he's been so hateful about his comments about
Well,
children?
he's annoying to me because he was so hateful about Barbara Streisand performing at the Hollywood Bowl. He said she was dreadful, and I thought, why don't you get up there and do that? Plus, she's such a legend, you shouldn't say anything bad
Exactly.
about her.
Barbara Streisand was good, but
At
the
the
traffic
Oscars.
wasn't. My mom was
back to
actually
traffic.
driving me when that was happening from an audition, and there's lots of traffic. So the traffic is bad, but she's
Around the
probably good.
Hollywood Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nightmare. I remember I had to get somewhere around the Hollywood Bowl for an emergency, and it was like, forget about it.
That's when we need rocket jets underneath
Yes,
all of our
it's when you
cars.
need-
to
Right.
Shoot
It
us
does-
up.
like in
and
the
go-
Wait a
Jetsons.
minute.
Right.
You need
This is
Kobe Bryant's
2013,
helicopter.
right?
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so we were promised stuff that's not here. Okay, because when I was a kid, there was supposed to be flying cars, and there were commercials saying you could lock your house from a remote control sitting on a train. Tom Selleck did a bunch of commercials promising me stuff that's not here.
But we
It
can't.
ain't here.
But can't we do?
Selleck?
But can't we do things on our Android like you can lock your house or do something?
No.
Or
You
turn-
can record TV.
Or you can
record
turn
TV.
lights on. You can
Yeah,
turn
but
lights
that's-
on.
No, that's small potatoes. to
And
what
we
Tom
can
told
and
me
we
was
can
coming.
see each other when we talk on the telephone
Tom
now,
told
Marcus.
me he said cars flying in the air.
Here he goes.
That's what he told me, and there are no cars flying in the air. We barely got the hybrids. I'm a little disillusioned with
But
the whole
Hoverboard.
Well, you know what? I have a rant. I have a rant to just boomerang off segue off of your rant of which you just mentioned about hybrids,
Right.
Because the gas tax in California, which is the highest in the country, is going up 3.5 cents July 1st. Why? Because so many people bought hybrid cars and didn't buy enough fuel, so now they're raising our taxes to make up for it. So it's like we're doomed no matter what you do. We try to conserve energy, so we buy the hybrid car. Now we're going to be penalized financially. We bought the hybrid car to save money, but we're going to be penalized because we were saving the money. You see what
Right,
I'm
right.
But wait, Shauna, you had a boomerang about it too, didn't you?
About the
future.
flying car thing?
Yes.
I don't trust my parents with that because they barely can work an iPhone, so I don't want to be them taking me around in flying cars.
Cars, okay.
Shauna
Okay.
gets one in.
Yeah. Okay. Sharon, I think you've seen Sean in a light that you might not have seen before. Okay. Yeah. Don't want you driving those flying
I'll
cars.
take responsibility for
I
that.
think Shauna's going to
bring
be
that out
driving
to
at
folks.
15 and a half.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
Take my test as fast as I can to drive.
Right.
Nice.
You were already ruling the world, girl, and the industry, so you're fierce like that. Well, I would like those Jetson cars.
Right.
Remember? Those were fierce. Meet
Right.
George Jetson.
Come
Yes,
on, dude.
girl.
At least give me the Land Cruisers they had in Star Wars. I mean, that was in the past.
You know, or
I
something.
want a
You know what I'm saying?
hoverboard.
Okay,
Hoverboard.
work it out, Sarah.
Right? Back to the Future.
Back to the Future
Future.
style?
It was in the 80s. We're supposed to be in the air. If we have cars on the ground, then we have stuff in the air. Then we have multiple levels
Way
of
past
transportation,
1988.
Oh
and
my
then there's
God.
less traffic.
Can
and
you
people
see
can
the
get
traffic
places.
in the air,
I'm
though?
telling you,
Like,
very
how-
You know,
how do we
let's
define-
just skip all that and go straight to those Star Trek transporter things.
boom.
Oh,
like the old
yeah.
bank.
No-
like
no
the old
more
bank
traffic
things
at
that
all.
suck checks up.
Yes,
Right.
those
I miss
suction
those.
things.
Right?
Those, yes.
They
I
had
love
those
that.
way back in the 50s, and they made Star Trek in the 60s, and we reverted. We have not figured out teleportation. which will fix everything.
Okay.
They had it figured out in Star Trek in the 60s. We still don't have it. What's up with that?
Okay.
So I'm
It's
upset
all
with-
Tom
What up
Selleck's
with
fault.
that?
Tom Selleck. It's his fault.
Okay.
AT&T, because he did the commercials for them, so they're in it together. Star Trek for lying to me.
Let's get Jean-Luc Picard
Hey, let's
now.
Oh.
get Harry Potter in there
Harry Potter.
because there's no brooms that fly, and I had scars, and it never gave me power. So yes, Harry Potter, Tom Selleck, AT&T, Star Trek. And those.
Gilligan?
Well, why not?
For the first time, Marcus, I'm a little scared.
I'm just
Okay,
saying.
I
yeah.
could see that, Ralph.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm like,
upset.
he's really ranting.
He's really ranting.
He's really good.
Well,
Does he
'cause I
need a
do it
beer?
in-
Yeah, do you want a beer?
Does somebody
'Cause we
need to
have-
feed him?
Yeah, because we have some in the cooler.
Are you serious?
Yes, John.
We really have beer?
Honey, we have everything
Why?
up in here. We do not
There
play.
he goes.
We don't
There he
play.
goes.
Go get that beer and some fried chicken. Listen,
There he
you guys,
goes.
on that note, we are
We're
going
going
to
to take a break. Are
yeah,
we going to say goodbye to Shauna, or is she
we-
going to stay with
We
us?
are going to take a break. Rue, would you like to stay or would you like to go? You're welcome to stay if you'd like. Or do you and your mom have dinner plans?
No, but
Whatever you'd like. You know what?
She's
Planet-
a teenager. She wants to leave.
We'll see if she's here after the
Yeah,
break.
it'll be a
okay?
surprise.
It'll be a
Suspense.
surprise. Will Shauna Case be at Universal Broadcasting Network Studios when we return after our break? You guys, you're listening to On the Set with Jasper Cole. Jasper is away today because he had to fly to Mexico City to star in a Boston pizza commercial, and he left this morning.
He
So-
doesn't eat carbs, though.
No, he doesn't eat carbs. It's going to be hell for him for 4 days in Mexico, okay?
Boston Pizza in Mexico City.
Okay, but
Thank
It's a
you.
Canadian
Right?
company.
That's a little
he is going to be making it work. So with that said, we're going to take our next break and come back and join us, Planet Eartha.
You're back on the set with Hollywood's bad guy, Jasper Cole. Here's Jasper Cole.
Hello, Planet Eartha. Welcome back to our show. Planet Eartha, you're listening to On the Set with Jasper Cole. Jasper could not be with us today because he is filming a Boston Pizza commercial in Mexico City, and we wish him all the best. We might even hear from him in this last half hour. You never know what could happen or who could call in. And if you would like to call in, guys, the number is 323-284-7826. We're at ubnradio.com should you want to tune in on the internet. I'm sitting here with the lovely actress and writer, Sara Fletcher. To the right of her is our ranting, fabulous maniac, Markus Redman.
Who was promised beer and there wasn't any.
I lied to Markus
Do we
about
have
the beer.
anything for him? I have some Ativan.
Okay.
There's vodka.
Well, you're having the cake, right?
I don't like the vodka.
To the right of Markus, we have our lovely entertainment dish with Dara
Hello.
Zane Scully.
Dara Zane Scully.
And to the right of Dara, we have the provocative and evocative Gregory Blair. Let's give all of us a round of...
A round of a round.
Stuff.
Or you know what? The show has gone by so smoothly and quickly.
I know this is really great, and I really am so happy.
miss Jasper.
I
I
know
hardly
we
felt
totally.
it at
It
all.
is totally different without Jasper.
I know.
But I am so glad that we
He'll
got
be
through
back.
it. Yeah, he'll be back
Better than ever.
We're coming back. Oh, by the way, Planet Earth
With a Spanish accent.
with a Spanish accent. Yeah,
And castanets.
He'll probably and diarrhea. Okay, so
Oh.
yeah.
And back to the colonoscopy.
He did say what? Oh, right. He did say, "What am I going to eat and drink there?" I said, "Bottled water, bottled water, bottled water."
Well, anyway, just
Have you ever had Montezuma's Revenge?
No.
No, but I think
it
my son
horrible?
did prior to getting
We
out.
didn't
my
have any
honeymoon.
trouble.
Oh.
What?
On my honeymoon, my husband and I. This is terrible. We we both were told that the resort water was okay, and it was okay for about 2 or 3 days.
Oh dear.
And then the whole resort, the water went bad. And then we got hives.
Oh my God, Jasper,
That is so romantic.
Jasper.
So what is Montezuma's Revenge? Is that where it's like a 2-bowl thing?
It's like we were trading off who was going to be in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
You know what? It's
What a
true
way to
it's
bond
true
though on
love.
your honeymoon.
It's true
I was
love
like,
if you've been through that
Yes.
together.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
much.
So
Oh my goodness! Listen, Jasper, if you were at all listening, just
Not
do.
bottled water.
Yeah.
No, he'll just dehydrate before
Well,
he dares drink any resort water.
Well, no, because Jennifer Bassey told him just brush your teeth and everything with bottled water, and he's
interesting.
lettuce. That was the thing that got everybody. Lettuce, fruit, anything that's prepared where they wash it in water. That's what did us
Louise.
in.
oh my
He's
goodness.
gonna have to have processed food.
Right. Well, luckily he'll be flying back on Wednesday. He was going to go to
Then he
lunch
starts
today.
another commercial.
Yes, then he's going to be doing T-Mobile. So he is just fierce, and he had to give up his Criminal Minds job because that was going to be on Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah, so he is going to have to get.
When you're hot, you're hot.
When you're hot, you're hot.
I wouldn't know.
Seriously.
Yeah,
I left those behind in the 90s.
No, you're hot in a different way, Dara. Don't ever say that.
In a mother maternal milk the cow way.
No. Dara, I already said I'd get in the pond, the lady pond. Wasn't that what you called it? The lady pond? I'll get in the lady pond with you.
Okay, I love
This is
it.
giving me
Sarah is such a trooper.
Almighty ISIS.
I love me some Sara Fletcher. Well, Jasper told me you were fierce anyway, so I was already.
I've never been called fierce before.
Yeah.
You are now. That's what
Yeah.
happens when you're here. And then when I got to meet Gregory Blair, because I've gotten to see I've seen so many photos of Gregory. So, because you know.
I'm a little concerned by this.
Oh no! Just no.
Naked photos.
No. Oh, honey.
Horror porn.
Gregory.
Dennis, are you listening still?
No, listen. I just meant on IMDb. Also, you and Jasper have made some of those lists
right.
that are on IMDb, like top scariest
Quirkiest
fuckers or
bad
quirkiest.
dude, whatever.
They have made the list. Murray was telling me. Dr. Zane
Doc-
was telling
oh,
me on the way.
Shout out
to Dr. Zane.
Oh, is he here?
He is not here.
Oh wait, when you said on the way, you were talking to him on the phone.
He called me on the phone.
Okay, gotcha. Listen, Gregory, because now Planet Earther, you won't be able to see this until we're actually live streamed here, but it says in Gregory Blair's resume, IMDb, that he has very expressive eyebrows, and I would like to see. I'd like to see that in action. We're all going. We're on the count of 3. We're all going to turn to Gregory to see these expressive eyebrows. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I can do that too.
Okay. Oh, okay. He totally
Not quite like him.
He totally lifted up his left eyebrow.
He did.
Wow, that was very, very impressive.
Is that hard to do with Botox?
Oh, excuse me. Oh yes, Shauna's gone. Bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, we can cuss at each other now that Shauna's gone.
it. Oh God.
Believe me, Shauna's heard it all.
Okay, listen, I love
Gregory.
it. Dara was like, look, and she's in show business. You can say anything. And her mother was so supportive over there. She's, listen, Sharon, I'm going to be saying shit in a second, okay? So don't, okay, just hold on there.
She's an only child in show business. Your mother knows what that's like.
Like, exactly.
Rose and Sharon need to get together for like group therapy.
You know what's weird?
What?
I'm the only one who hasn't said any profanity yet.
Oh, really?
And I'm the dude.
Well, you ranted earlier.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but I didn't. No, but I didn't do any. I didn't say anything profane.
Your
in
rant,
my
okay.
rant.
your
We'll
rants
say
are
it for
potent.
you.
Your
Your-
rants are
your
potent without the
rants-
profanity.
Well-
Would you like to do a little cursing? Now?
Well, yeah.
Do you want to say some profanity?
Fuck.
Okay.
Give me something. I got a reputation up over there. I come here.
That was fierce.
The people want profanity from me.
I love
gotta,
it. I know you got to deliver. It's just like, what happened to Mark? Well, let's give a shout out to your.
Almighty ISIS needs to come next
I was
time.
just about to say that.
Yes.
I was just about to do a shout out to Almighty ISIS. ISIS, if you're listening, please come. Oh, by the way, Planet Earther, please come on April 7th. That's our next time that we're going to be here at Universal Broadcasting Network again at 4 p.m. And we have some very exciting guests then. And we might even be live streamed then. So you just never know. That could
and
be.
I won't be here, thank God.
Oh, no, Dara. Oh, are you really going to.
New York.
Oh, you're. Oh, for April 7th? Oh, okay.
Yes, the family.
Wow. Okay.
But don't come rob the house because we have watchdogs, we have Dobermans, we have high gates,
Great.
shotguns.
We've never
Some
actually.
Christopher Dorner
Except for that
acquaintances.
one tweet of your address that one time. We have never said your address on air or
Right.
anything.
That's the
So
first
you're
place she goes.
so
Just
you're-
don't rob the house.
so you're probably you're probably good to go. Well, we were laughing before you got here, Marcus, because I was telling Planet Earth, oh yeah, Jasper's saying in the Spheres Hotel in Mexico City.
Yeah, he named the hotel. I said, no.
Dara was all like, oh, no, you may want to not name it.
Right.
And I was like, oh, no, by all means, do name it. Jasper was like, no, tell everybody where the fuck I am in case I end up disappear.
Only the good die young.
We will know.
Mexico.
Yeah, we will know where to start.
Yeah,
but anyway, I'm sure Jasper is going to have a lovely time there. They are treating him like gold, and they very much wanted him. So it was a good.
They did.
It was a good round of negotiations for him, and he is playing a cowboy again, and that's the thing he has developed.
Does he have to eat pizza? Can he tell him he's gluten free?
Free,
or whatever
I know.
He
will.
Celiac disease.
He'll be.
God forbid a car passes the lips.
He's going to be spitting that shit out in the spit cup every day.
Totally. Getting on the scale, Wayne. Make sure it didn't
Jasper's going to be all like,
we say this with a lot of jealous love for your beautiful figure, Jasper.
Oh, God, Jasper, for your Christian, we come from a Christian point of view here.
Not me.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's right.
Or Gregory.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Or whoever else.
Okay.
Non-denominational.
Right.
Okay. I'm just trying to be all inclusive.
I pray to Nordstrom.
Okay,
just
I
like
love
my mother.
No, Dara, I hear where you're coming from.
The people used to come to the door and knock on the door and try to tell my mother what religion she should be, and she was like, they can suck it.
Okay.
I pray to Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom, and I don't want to hear anything about it.
I love it, Dara.
Yeah.
I love the way you just execute it, and they can suck it.
Well, I think she said the F word, because I learned that best from her.
And
my children have learned it too now.
They can fuck it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she would get pissed off because she just was like, don't come and tell me what I should believe in.
Right,
we have them every weekend at our house.
Oh, really?
I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Our property's fenced because there's a church that's down the street from us.
Okay.
And so they come and I'm not kidding, every weekend they ask, do you speak Spanish? And I don't. I wish that I did.
Yeah, that would
and
be
then
so
they
cool.
say, oh, okay, and then they leave every weekend. So I guess that means that I'm not.
So they want Spanish-speaking people?
I guess so.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Wow, I don't know.
They don't want me.
That is
You
weird.
wanna have-
I feel very.
You want to have fun the
perfect.
next time?
Wait, what am I gonna do? Tell
Next
them I'm a
time
druid.
when they say, do you speak Spanish,
Yes.
say, Comolino.
What? Wait, how do you? What is
Just
that?
say Comolino.
Comoleno?
Comolino.
What does that mean?
Nothing. It's gibberish.
Nothing. Oh,
But it sounds Spanish,
it
doesn't
sounds
it?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And that's fun.
Okay.
That's what that is.
That's
fun.
where Marcus is coming from.
That's
Is that?
fun.
Are you teaching Jeremy to do this kind of stuff?
Oh, Comolino.
Okay. Jeremy is Marcus's 5-year-old son. He's 5 now, right?
He is 5.
5-year-old son.
5 and fierce.
5 and fierce.
He's a
Yes.
great
She's
kid.
teaching him on Valentine's Day how to work the ladies.
Yes. Oh, did you see the picture?
I
with him in
did.
the robe and
I
the,
did.
Yes,
How
man.
is he working
Very
on
Hugh
ladies?
Hefner.
Well, because the thing is, Jeremy's a good-looking kid, and he knows it. And
At 5.
he's got a Spider-Man robe that's got his name on it. Okay,
Wow.
but like it's red, so you don't see the Spider-Man unless you're looking at the back. If he's walking towards you, it kind of looks like the kind of smoking jackets that Hef used to wear. So I got a picture of the kid, and he's standing. I've got him crossing his legs a little bit, standing, one foot over the other. He's holding the jacket, and he's got his hand up on a chair. And I told him, I said, give him a look, and he's got a little look. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. So I put it out on Valentine's Day as a note to the guys. It's like if you
This is what you
need
gotta
to
do.
know how to do it on Valentine's Day, Jeremy can help you.
I
out.
love how
love
people say, I don't like Valentine's Day. It's just a Hallmark holiday. It's like, yeah, because people need to be reminded to do something nice.
Right.
That's funny. I just had this conversation last night
Yeah.
with my girlfriend that,
Yes.
we all want to make it out to be not a big deal, but we all kind of
Oh, I
want.
told my family.
You know.
I said, flowers, chocolates, a gift cards, or you're all shredded, and don't ask me to do your laundry or make you any food.
The Valentine's Day blackmail.
That's right.
Well, you presented in such a lovely way, so I am
did.
sure.
With men, with heterosexual men, and I think they're all hetero in my house.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, Kevin, I'm not sure. You have to, my husband, you have to spell it out.
Oh, honey, if
have
you
to
don't know,
spell-
it's a
I'm
problem.
Teasing, I'm teasing. No, he took a piss in the yard last night. I know he's hetero. I said, he went outside to look at what our gardeners did some flagstone, and I hear this whizz, and I'm thinking, he just not just take it. I said, what do you could have walked in the house. Yes, he took a piss in the yard. I said, he is so hetero.
Well,
gay men don't do that. They go back in the house and they use the
Sometimes you gotta
facilities.
claim your territory.
and we sit down on the toilets to avoid some of that splatter.
Right.
So smart.
Oh, my dad does that. Maybe he's gay.
Okay. Yeah. I learned that you don't have to clean the toilet quite as often because there's not as much splatter.
Can I tell you a really funny thing about boys and peeing? When I was a kid, well, I'm not going to tell for how long I thought this.
No,
into my
listen,
adolescence.
no, reveal
But
everything, Sarah.
I thought that men wiped, and I thought they just like dabbed, and then I learned
They
that there
do
was a
some
shake.
of them. They do.
Oh, they do? Oh,
Some.
okay.
It
See, and then I
depends.
heard there was a shake thing,
Yes.
and then I was like, well, how many shakes is too many shakes? And then are you just playing with yourself? Like, what's
Right.
Right, where
Oh, they're
do
all,
you-
That's my
they're all
question.
playing
yeah,
with
where?
themselves.
Okay, I know.
They all have their
I-
hands down their
I
pants
know.
in
It's
my
like
family.
where it's like
All day long.
It's like 2.5 Men the
I
other
have to
day.
knock now on Nicholas's. Nick, it's Mom. Can I
okay,
come in? Yeah,
okay,
you can come in.
come in, okay,
He's 13, almost 14.
Ooh.
In fact, we watched Flight last night. I didn't quite know it was so gritty. Have you guys seen
No.
it?
Is it gritty?
Have you seen it?
No.
This is with Denzel.
I hear
Yes.
there's nudity like right up front.
Frontal nudity.
Male
and
or female?
William's like, ew, pubic hair.
I love it.
And Kevin's like, I ain't saying a word because she's gorgeous. And Nick said nothing, the 13-year-old.
Right.
But, yeah.
He was taking pictures. Mental
Well,
pictures.
yeah, no kidding. No kidding. But
That what that looks like?
Listen, you guys, I'm going to go take us to our last break. And
oh,
when we
a break. Okay.
Yeah.
A
and
break before the break.
A break before the break. And when
Okay.
we come back, we are going to say our closeouts with Sarah, Markus, Dara, and Gregory. You've been listening to On the Set with Jasper Cole. Jasper will return in person on
We hope.
April 7th.
With beer.
Con
bring the
cerveza.
beer.
Con cerveza. Here we go on our last break. Come back, Planet Eartha.
You're back on the set with Hollywood's bad guy.
Hey, Planet Eartha, we are back to wrap it up. We have had a wonderful 2-hour journey with Planet Eartha. I would like to thank my guest once again, Sara Fletcher. Yay! Markus Redman. Yay! Dara Zane Scully. Yay! And Gregory Blair. Yay! I am your host this week,
Vanna
Ralph
White.
Cole Jr. I am Jasper's incredibly way too gay sidekick. I have loved getting to ride this bitch for the last 2 hours. Thank you, Planet Eartha, and we will see you back in studio on April 7th. Bye-bye, Planet Eartha.
Bye-bye.
Miss a minute of On the Set with Jasper Cole and get the inside scoop on everything going on behind the scenes in Hollywood.